803 Music. You are listening to 803 Music Group. 803 Music.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to 803 MGTV. I am your host, YFG, your favorite guy, aka Boudreaux, aka Uncle Boudreaux, to those that are very, 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 very close to me, and you know who you are.
Nope.
Yes, I'm back with another Vibe Session video, and we'll be in the MPC software. So we're gonna just have fun with it. And if there's any questions you may have about this episode, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get back with you and answer those questions, okay? So we're going to get right into the video. Yes, we are in the MPC software. And I guess what I can do right now is I can explain some of the things that you're seeing. Okay, this area over here is the menu area. Well, one of the menu areas, because there's plenty of menu areas on this particular software. But this is where you'll pretty much see your sounds in the list. You'll also see your sounds over here in this section right here. Okay? You'll see your sounds over here in this section right here. And also, you will see the names of your sounds right here. Now, let's see. The window I'm in right now is the program edit mode. So this is where you can kind of control most of the parameters of all of the individual sounds that you use, that you load onto any of the pads. And right here are the Q knob controls. You can control them with the mouse, of course, but on the MPC, you have the actual Q knobs that you can turn. So I'm not going to act like I have everything committed to memory, because I don't have it all committed to memory.
Nope.
But I'm working on it, okay? As far as where what is. Now, as far as the hardware, I pretty much have an idea where everything is. I'm not going to say I can do it blindfolded, but I pretty much can maneuver around on the hardware, knowing where what is. And on the software, sometimes, if it's your first time, you may get lost a little bit. There are other menus beside this up here. There are a few more. But this is another way that you can bounce in between each one of the menus. This is the main mode. This is the track view. This is the program edit that I was in. This is the sample edit. This is the pad mixer. This is the channel mixer. This is the sample recorder, and that's when you want to sample some sounds. You can actually, depending on your audio device, you can sample from outside, well, from an outside source, or you can sample from within the computer, depending on your audio device. Some audio devices are not set up to allow you to sample from within, even though you should be able to, and most of them now, but some don't. All right. And then over here, this is your, I guess you could say kind of like in Logic, they have the information window, what's happening over here, the mixer, the fader, the pan, mute, solo, and usually you'll see the master in this section, and then you have the individual channels or the group channels, just depending on how you have it selected. Okay. And these are pretty much self-explanatory, how many bars, the BPMs, whether the loop is on or off, stuff like that, which you can still access up here. Some of the some of those features and stuff like that. You got your tap button right here, sequence button. This is your time correction, or better yet, your quantization. So if you want to record without any quantizing, you need to turn that off. If you want quantizing, there you go. And then the meter that you're quantizing in, whether it's eighth notes, quarter notes, whole notes, 16 notes, 30 seconds, 64s, those type of things. See right there? And then of course, with the T, that means triplet. That means it gives you that swing. This is pretty much for that swing. All right. Now, of course, you have your control buttons right here, your record and, overdub, stuff like that. So, the basics right here. These are dedicated locations where you can save your sounds, your projects. You can, I guess, so to speak, save it where, like, you can have this folder for your projects, this folder for your sounds, this folder for something else, dedicated for something else. You get my point. Sounds, so that's pretty much it on that. And over here, depending on what you're doing, let's see. I was kind of horsing around, and what made me decide to do it, working at MPC, was, well, I was fooling around with the MPC, and I decided, let me go ahead on and make a video working in it. And I came across some things that I liked, and here we are. So, with that being said, now right here is where you can maneuver through the different tracks and stuff like that. Of course, you can shrink these different areas right here. The sequence, just pretty much the information for the sequence, track information, and then you got your program information right here. This is your program information. Once you have program stuff in there, once I pull up what you call it, VST instrument. Okay. So right now, I'm going to leave those down. And right here is where you put your individual effects for that particular channel. And this is for the overall mix. So, it's kind of like the spot where you put some of the master and stuff on if you decided to do everything within the MPC. Now, the MPC software does allow you to record tracks. You're able to record, let's see. So let's say for instance, I want to do on, let's see, track 35. So if I want to do audio, you click audio, and then you'll be in audio mode. And then you can actually set it up and just start recording vocals in this particular area, in the audio area. You can just go from track 1 to track 2, track 3, just keep adding, as want to add over there. So right now we're in MIDI, and we're going to get right into it. Okay. So, and as you can see, my MPC is sitting right here over here. So this is where I'll be hitting the pads and, moving around a little bit over there. You can do both here or on the computer. So since I'm pretty much in the spot where I need to be, let's go ahead and get into it. Now I took the time now I could have just started and, got right into the vibe session, but I wanted to kind of explain a few of the software features, at least enough for you to know where I'm at, what I'm doing, for those that are not used to the MPC software. Okay. So that's the reason for a lot of that. Otherwise, I'm not going to be talking too much. I'm just going to just vibe out. Okay. All right. So let's get to it. Now, I had an idea right here. Let's see. Oh, and another thing is I had to go to program edit mode. So what I did was the choke. In order to choke these, make these pads choke each other. In some in other devices it says choke, but over here it's mute. I believe Reason says mute as well with the Kong because they were I believe, somewhat trying to emulate what the MPC does in a sense, but in their own unique way. So right here for pad one, I had to target pads two and three in here in order to choke them out. Then for pad two, I had to choke out one and three. And then for pad three, choke out one and two. Now it's in poly. The overall is in poly. However, however, I can go to mono and that would pretty much do the same thing. And you know what? Let me check something real quick. Mono. Okay. Yeah. All right. So with each program, you can set the master for each program. So with this program, it's on poly because I'll be using more than one pads, and I don't specifically want everything to be choking each other out if you put it on mono. Now with track 17, by being on program two, since I'm at mono, it automatically choke out anything that's associated with this program. I don't care what bank it's in, from A to H, doesn't matter. It's gonna choke it out because it's all a part of the same program. Okay. So let's get right into this. I'm not gonna bore you with a lot of talking. You want to see some music going, and that's what we're gonna do. All right. I'm gonna put this back on poly since I already did the choking. All right, here we go. Let's see. There we go. Okay. 8 bars. And when I make changes over here, you'll see the changes. Like I changed the bars over there. I could have did it over here, but I changed it by way of the actual hardware. And yes, I'm using the hardware. It's in controller mode, so I'm using it as a controller. Let's see. I got it. Oh, let's see. right there. All right, so we got that. Let's go right here. Now, I can do one or two things. On this first track, I can play everything because some people do that on the first track. They'll play everything and then they'll have it. They'll tell software to split it up, which you can do. You can tell it to split it up so that they're all on their own channel. But me, I just like to go ahead on and put it on its own channel right then and there and be done with it. That's just me. If you need to work faster, then you can just stay in that one section or whatever and then do whatever you're going to do. And then you can split everything up. Okay. Okay, I'm just do it from over here. It's gonna be quicker for me to do it over here. Excuse me for that. Guess I was jamming too hard. My stuff slid off. Let's try this again. second, I'm gonna change that sound. Okay, and let's see. Save or auto save is one of the best things you could ever have on there. All right. So I'm really pretty much done with this. I'm gonna add a couple more instruments and I'm gonna call it. Let's go ahead on and I like the electric sunburst. I like the music, especially the muted guitars on this. I mean, it actually has some really nice stuff. Let's see if I like experiment, trying different. All right. Right down. Reason Studios. Oh wow. I don't know why I was down there like that. Basically done. Okay. Let me add two more instruments and we two, maybe three more instruments. Let's add. I'm gonna add. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Gotta update this too. Let's see. I'll bring that down. There we go. And then we can close this. Or, and what I want is, oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. eventually what's going to happen is, now let's see if I can do this real quick. Yeah, chunk it there. And we'll go left. We'll go right. Just give it just a little bit of dimension. Not trying to be okay. All right. And I'm gonna leave everything else like it is. Just a and there we have it. Real simple. Real simple, real easy. Nothing hard about it.
Nope.
Just having fun. Normally I would be experimenting with sounds, stuff like that, just trying stuff out. However, when you're working with a client, of course, you're moving at whatever pace is necessary. And since vibe sessions doesn't necessarily have a specific pace other than the BPMs that it's going at, that's what you do vibing. And also, let me put this small note in there. Since at the present time, I'm not going live or streaming live due to some technical issues, which I'm working on getting it squared away. That's really what these vibe sessions are about. So it's kind of what you'll be seeing in the vibe sessions, pretty much. That's all I'm gonna be doing is vibing. Just vibing. Finding something, working on it, finding a sound that sparks something, And that's what you do. Just so happened I was messing around with the MPC and found a sound, which was those little hits that I played, which was this right here. These little hits right here. And I could actually make this lo-fi just by simply adding in a plug-in or something like that. But and of course, I'm looking up at the screen. I just be having fun, guys. That's all I do. Just have fun with it. No complaints.
Nope.
Just make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? All right. With that being said, I'm not going to hold you. If you have any questions about anything I use and what I do, feel free to leave a comment below asking your questions. You know, don't be afraid to talk to me. I'm very down to earth. You know, I don't down nobody how they do their stuff. You know, everybody has their own approach. You are your own artist. You know what you're painting. Nobody knows what's in your head. Nobody can tell you how to get there. Nobody can make you paint the picture that's in your head because they don't see what you see. They can only suspect or envision whatever you're presenting them. And they may actually start seeing some other things themselves creatively. You know. So with that being said, love you guys. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with somebody. Okay? I appreciate you. Love you. Peace.